Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to make, well, how I was working on this. I somehow lost some of I accidentally deleted some footage, but I just finished these, and you guys have that, but I'm making these for someone. I'm sending it off, and yeah, so I was just using my pieces that I made from before, my gears and stuff like that, when I was doing my sprays and my impressions. So I'm going to use those, and I'm going to add stamps to them just to make, you know, a usable paper to use as background papers to rip or to, and I'm going to double stamp them between, because I noticed my stamp is, now I changed ink, and it is very, very rich ink. It's very new, so it's dark, and my original thing is not very dark, so I wanted to kind of maybe make that stick out a bit more. So I'm going to put that owl there, because it's just not the greatest image in the back there. But we're going to try to make it work well for a nice background. Yeah. So just kind of playing with it. And as you're, yeah, I think it's fun to just kind of work with some book paper and throw some things together really nice and fast. You can use different color inks, ink pads to make whatever, because I'm trying to make a kind of a grunge look. That's why I'm using the black. And if I had a better brown, or I looked for another brown, I could use a dark brown as well. Yeah, I like stamping it and then restamping it. It gives it a shadow look, which is really good for this one too, not being overpowering. In fact, I could probably even stamp some away, stamp some there, stamp some away. Start doing that now, because it just is quite overpowering. And then I'm kind of working at the same time on another piece, but getting all of the book paper covered that I wanted to get covered. And then layer it onto another page as well to, you know, have it overlap and not, might as well use up that ink on something rather than just my glass surface on my cutting board surface that I'm using for now my art non-stick area. So I think that worked really well. There is my piece, and that's basically how I built these ones here, but I somehow lost that footage, and I just showed you them done. But also, to get them more brown, I sprayed them with the ink. So I'm going to throw my coffee filter just behind here and just spray it down a bit. I think it's, yeah, see, that's pretty cute. You can rip it up, you could use the whole thing. Like, my goodness, this is so cute. You could even just have like something, even a photograph, you know, and have that as a background. It's just so cute. So I'm using this coffee filter also to clean off my stamps a bit. I don't know if I'm just having fun with it. May as well, instead of letting them dry on top of the rubber ink, stamp them off, because I'm going to wash them later, but whatever washes off, washes off. I can't use that ink again, so may as well do that. Yeah. Chloe, Sarah, you can have some grapes, green ones.
Okay.
Anyway, so I might just stamp this or spray this a little bit more brown. You notice that my gears on the inside are quite, they're the ones I sprayed with the brown. So I'm going to leave that dry for a bit, and then I'm going to add more stamp to that. So my, just some, please. So this is was my challenge, and I think I have that on the video, I hope, is that you guys get some book paper and start working on like about 40 sheets of book paper and just start doing stuff on them and putting them aside and playing with them. So these are going to be my little giveaways, and I'm working on that one. And I was kind of doodling with this here. I'm totally losing it, dropping everything everywhere. So, I think I'm going to go in, I mean, you can use whatever stamps you want, you can use paint. It doesn't have to be just black. This one's just getting very dark, so I can lighten it up with some spray, and I'm gonna actually leave the book paper together and see what happens, like what colors kind of seep through, and use that to my advantage. I like that blue. That one's very blue. And I'm going to do a raspberry red and a purple. The kids are really talking. So it's going to look really dark at the moment, but once it dries, it'll be really cute. There's a couple other tricks you can do, excuse me, with these, and I have done them, and they look pretty neat. But you can put a coating on these. Now, I don't have it anymore, but I had, I think I did with paper bag, and I had put a resin coating on it, leftover resin. Now you can have like stuff that you know how you put on the side for resin. If you smear leftover resin on it and you smear it really thin, it gets to be this really neat looking paper, and it's shiny and very, it makes it really clear kind of, and it makes it really cool. And I don't have any more because I used it up, but I'll have to do that. It was really cool. I was making lots of necklaces, and I had made some resin paper, and what I did was I cut out my paper bag, and I just stamped music notes right across. And I did two of them, one with sparkles and one without. It both worked. The sparkles was rough. It felt like kind of like sandpaper almost. I liked the look of it, but I didn't like the feel of that texture. But this is the marker kind of leaching, so that's okay. It's kind of cool from the ink. But anyway, to try different things. You can even try pendant glue. I don't know how expensive, if that'd be too expensive to do. I don't think I would do it actually, but I can't remember how much I cost to do it. But I use the pendant glue for like little squares of, you know, pieces that, and it looks really nice. Like on my ATCs, I've used it to shine up portions of it and stuff. But to do a whole page that you're not even going to use the whole thing, I wouldn't probably do that. But if you have leftover resin, it's not that hard to just take a card and just spread it all over. Put it on some wax paper. Actually, you know that saran wrap, put on that and then flip it over and try to do the other side, and then it's going to look really cool. That's a suggestion of one of the neat things that you can do with paper to make it totally neat. I've tried it and it works really neat. So yeah, so another thing you can do with these as well is after we can emboss them, so they have lots of texture as well as the look of stamps. So that's pretty cool. We can do that too. I'm gonna make as well, with using one of these, I want to make a bookmark. So that's another thing I'm going to do, is make a bookmark out of the book paper and the gears and everything like this. It's going to look really neat, I think, and yeah. So that's what I'm going to do too. And like I said, I'm going to make tons to give away. But please do that, is just put some paper together and yeah, have fun with it. So these turned out really cute and they're done. I'm going to make more of these. But when I make more of these, I think I would like to make enough for 1 or 2 flowers and punch them out. And as well, send them as flowers, because I think that's going to be cute little steampunk flowers type of thing. And I know my friend has something that she wants to turn steampunky, so it'll give her some more options too. So with her little project that she's working on. And also too, I think, yeah. So anyways, this video was really just kind of going on and doing this, because I mean, these kind of things, I'm sure I've talked about it. You know, you put them away, you clip them up on your clip, you throw them in your drawer, you pull them out when you need them, right? So that's the great thing about these things. When you're not feeling so artsy, and you're feeling kind of, even I'm feeling okay, but I'm just not really feeling like I can start a big project now. I'm really still tired, being sick for 2 days. And so there's times when you're gonna feel like you don't feel like starting a whole project or something. And so have some book paper and doodle or something. So where's my wonderful book paper? Here's my wonderful, this is really, I like the way the page went yellow. You know, so you could rip some things out. I'll try to rip it out, because I want to do right close to the seam, so I'm doing that like that on purpose. Yeah, play with it. And the nicer the aged books are, and even these papers are easy to make them look aged too. And they're really nice to write on with gel pens and stuff like that too. So if you're in front of a TV, or you're babysitting a dog, or you know, at someone's house, a friend's house, or you're at the park and you just don't know what to do and you doodle, you know, you go for a walk. Always carry a little ink or a little pen or pencil.
I give Curly Ball water.
Good. And oops. Using muscles that are not working right now. Why? And then you could doodle. I had tons and tons of doodles, actually, and I use them in my art journals. And what I did was I doodled them in marker or pencil, and then holy, that was a workout. And then I You can cut them out too and make life easier. And then I markered over them with marker. So, and it works really nice in an art journal and whatever. So you could just doodle right over them with your gel pens. And then you can use different color pens as well, so markers and pens. So it doesn't have to be always like the stamps or whatever, it can be anything. So now we just made a little pad, throw in your purse, and you stop and you decide to doodle, right? And you can add stamps to these or whatever, right? While you're watching TV, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be, because once you get it all the way you want it, or you color it in, or even whatever, it just looks like it's a piece of interest, and that's all it needs to be. So you could do that, and I think I've mentioned that before, where you just kind of doodle along. And you know how relaxing coloring is. Sometimes people, I know my daughter and one of her best friends, they went out and bought coloring books to color. They bought matching color books, and sometimes they're on the phone or whatever, and they're coloring the same page or whatever. And I think Charity also has done the same thing with Cora, where they have matching, you know, coloring books, and then they... But look, this looks like, you know, Cora or a smaller child could have done this. But that's not, doesn't matter, right? It just gives interest to something. So, you just never know. And then you can add, and I got this thing in the way here. Things are falling. My challenges are falling. I have challenges stuck on sticky paper. So you can add stamps to it, and then doodle on it.
Mama, can I put my...
Nope. And then, yeah. Just make pages to use as backdrops. So that's my... I have a little challenge now. That's my little challenge. If you guys could just grab some book paper and do 20 to 40 pages of whatever on it, and fill the whole thing from top to bottom, side to side, of any kind of doodle, any kind of whatever, stamps. Watercolors look really great on these too, and they're nice to practice in blending. So you can just do watercolors and just have a background of just purely watercolors. And you could do different things to the watercolors as well to make techniques that you've never tried before. Like, for instance, if you put a bunch of watercolor down, you throw some salt on it, it's going to look really cool. And so that's a technique that people use when they're doing watercolor paints, just to see what it would look like, and then you have a great, awesome background, right? So that didn't take me very long to do that. And then you can go around and doodle over some things and outline the butterfly in a nice gel pen or whatever. And the gears, you can outline the gears. or you can color them in, or whatever. So if you guys can post up like 20 to 40 book pages, I think that would be really, really, really cool. And just show me your doodle on a book paper. I just wanted to quickly show you this. I know I was kind of done before, but I just added to this page stamping and different stamps, like on my block stamping, and then I added nail polish to it, dollar store nail polish, so as not to worried about wasting it, because I like the colors and I want to see them in some of my backgrounds of stuff. So look at that, isn't that pretty? This is nail polish. This is the gel pen, but this is nail polish here, and then I squirted some ink on here that I made with food coloring and water. And I was thinking about actually adding, with this stamp, adding some red. You can even add like a dabber. I'm going to try a dabber, a red dabber. I mean, it's looking really a bit crazy, right? But now I'm not going to do the red. I'm going to do the yellow on this particular, shake it up, on this particular, I'm just going to spread it on directly onto the, because I'm just doing a little, showing you guys. But yeah, and just layer it. So that looks really great, and this is going to be a background for something really cool or whatever, right? Like, so just kind of keep brushing it on to mixing it up from what's touching the base of the ink pad, or the ink. Just spread it on. And so that's going to look really neat. You could even add like cutouts or whatever, but that's kind of like a smash on the book paper of colors and stuff that I like. So thought I'd share that with you guys. So I like it. Throw a little hairspray on it, and it's perfect. It's good to go. Put it away, you know, dry it up a bit, and then put it away. So it could be a little scrap pad that you make of just trying out some of your products or whatever. You can do your pastels on here, you can do markers, you can do pencils, crayons, you can do wax crayons, and you can even make a nice wax picture and put watercolor over top. That gives a really neat look. And then just, if you're worried about it leaching or something, seal it with a little bit of hairspray or sealant, and then when you do your Mod Podge to put onto your book or whatever, it's going to seal it perfectly, and it's going to be all good. Now this looks so neat. Kind of reminds me of a magazine type of collage or something, and that is going to be really, really neat, and it's just really pretty, and I'm really, really super duper liking it, like a lot, especially with this yellow in here. So, and I just think, yeah, it's really cool. So thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to just, you know, keep working at your backgrounds and then putting them away. And the challenge of making like 20 to 40, I want you to do 40 if you can. Do 40 backgrounds, just show me, and I think that'd be really cool. So, yeah. and then post them up because I really want to see them. Thanks guys, talk to you later, bye bye. Hi guys, so anyways, I know I was done with all of this background stuff that I was showing you guys, but I made a challenge, right, for you guys to do 40 backgrounds like this, of any design you want, not steampunk or whatever. And I thought I would make it a little bit more fun of a challenge if I did a giveaway. If you guys post pictures of or make a little video of your project, your little minor background paper doodling projects, that you can win one of these sets. So I will have a giveaway, and I have new ones. Obviously this is a used one I used. So I thought it would be a really nice giveaway to encourage you guys to just go and have fun. So I'll randomly pick a winner for that. So yeah, go ahead, make them, please post them, make a comment below about how you're enjoying them or what you're using, and give suggestions for other people to see what they've used. Like I was saying here, I was using nail polish, acrylic paint, you know, and just to make it more fun and see people can really enjoy it and do whatever they have, or do it with their fancy stuff or whatever, right? So yeah, have fun, comment below, join in and do the challenge, and it's a very easy challenge, and just yeah, you can win one of these stamp sets. Okay, so yeah, talk to you guys later. Okay, thumbs up if you like me, and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what I'd like you to do, is just to enter the challenge. All you have to do to get to win the stamps is to enter your pictures of your doodles. I'd like you to do 40 book pages of some really fun stuff. Thanks guys, talk to you later, bye bye.